Hello, I'm RayneofKalamity, and welcome back to Infinite Hardcore Skyblock. Last time I made a series of questionable and stupid and dumb and idiotic decisions. There were so many times I could have turned it around and just gone home and thought, no. But today we are starting again. And typically I have a rule on Infinite Skyblock, which is no oak trees. However, as you can see, we do have a traditional Skyblock island because, well, the Skyblock gods have blessed us. I rolled several islands after the last one and finally got a spruce island and then decided it didn't spark a joy. So I walked away from it for a bit instead of immediately starting a new island. And then the next morning, I decided I would roll a few more to see if I could find something that did spark joy. And this was the first island I got. And I asked you guys to choose. However, none of you have chosen. So I'm choosing. We're doing this one. This is Patience 2.0. Let's go. Let's go. I'm kind of excited, but also overwhelmed. The reason I'm picking this one, deep, dark, scary. But two, I did come up with a bit of an idea for what I wanted to do on the last world with the deep dark. And I'd like to see if I can actually translate that to, well, the void here. So we're going to get going. Ooh, immediate seeds. All right, cool. That bodes well. I got 3 and I got some cute little flowers. But I want to see how that bodes with a quaint little village above it and a creepy, deep, dark, cult-like structure beneath it, i.e. deep dark. But today, we're not getting to that. I don't know how much building we're going to get to today, but I'm going to try and blast through as much as I possibly can. Please don't. Oh, that scared me. As much as I possibly can in the early game, because I would like to get to building. So hopefully today I can get us to that island. Maybe we'll go there. I don't know if I will, but do a little exploring, build up a mob farm, and get some basic supplies going. So we're able to make something in the future. Now, I do have to be careful of this tree, because I do always have fire tick on. Now, last time I rearranged the island so that I stood here. And I think I'm going to do that again. That way the fire is farther away and hopefully doesn't catch that on fire. But I do like to stand here because it makes me feel safe. This does make me feel safe, so I'm actually going to do that. We're going to stick with the tried and true way. Because I don't want to accidentally fall. We're going to do this, that. I am a little sad that I do have easy access to wood, though, because having to wait did slow down my gameplay. And oh, I forgot to turn that on. We are on day 0, so let's see how far and how fast we can move so we can get to some building. Maybe we will get to building today. Who knows? I don't. We're just going to play this by ear. And I'm only going to make 1 pickaxe because that's all I think I'm going to need. And because I'm always paranoid about it. Oop. Heck yeah. Let's get to skyblocking. Which means mining as much cobblestone as you can while watching half of it burn. But once I had enough, I stashed my wooden pickaxe, being a little nostalgic, which I will admit I was nowhere near as nostalgic with my first stone pickaxe as I should have been. I do have mild regrets, but with my first stone pickaxe, it was time to really get to mining, as I wanted to get under the island as soon as possible. And with that in mind, I began trying to figure out how I was going to route the water so it would be safest for me to get up and down. And not wanting to lose any dirt, I first picked up the water. That way I could take this one block here and get to keep it. With that done, I rerouted the water and picked up the lava because I was afraid it was going to burn down the tree due to the fact I have fire tick, and I didn't want that. Then I did the scary thing and went under the island. This is always nerve-wracking for me because you could so easily fall into the void. But with the platform started, I began expanding out. That way I could catch as many saplings as possible, as saplings in early game Skyblock are the lifeblood of it, because without wood, there's not a lot you can do once your pickaxe breaks with no sticks. So platform in place, I mined the tree. Then it was a waiting game, so I began rearranging the island. That way I'd get grass lower down and wouldn't have to worry about losing any of it. With the island rearranged, it was time to mine through the night while looking for saplings, which honestly did not take that long. I got my first sapling pretty quickly, so I set to work once again, setting up the island as best as possible, which meant routing the water down to the lowest level so I could plant all my seeds. I even planted my sapling and my sugarcane. Then I really set in for the night to mine through the night. As daylight broke on day 1, I expanded out the island and headed for the Spruce Island. Now, I didn't have enough slabs to completely go under the entire Spruce Island and was having a conundrum. I'm having a similar dilemma that I had in the last one, is that I've never had good luck with spruce trees, so I kind of want to see what I can find down in the deep dark, which I know is stupid. Thinking about the pros and cons of going into the deep dark, I headed back to the Spruce Island to pick up the berries, grab some snowballs so I can make some snow blocks, and the pumpkin. I also took some of the spruce wood and broke a couple of the leaves in hopes of getting a sapling, and didn't notice when I did. I'm once again going to do the stupid thing. I am going into the deep dark. Because I hadn't noticed I'd picked it up and clearly never look at my hotbar, I spent the next couple minutes trying to rationalize going down into the deep dark or not. There's a lot down there that would serve me really, really well early on. Doing it. And there, I'm gonna do... make one... I'll make 2 snow blocks. It's easier that way. I'll throw those in there. I'm gonna do that. Oh, that's because that did that. Okay, that there, that there. I'm going to grab that to bring with. We have a tree now. I mean, I guess I don't necessarily have to go into the deep dark yet. I'm here trying to consider if I make dumb decisions or not. Let's see where this nets me. If it's on that, I'm kind of okay with that. Actually, am I? That's gonna make noise. That's a death trap. But that's too... okay. Hold on, that's a good space for that. We're not gonna go right away. I'm gonna do a little bit more prepping. We're gonna do a little more prep work before we go too far. And I'm gonna go like this, and I'm gonna plant all 3 of those there, and then I'll deal with the tree in a second. We're gonna do some mining. You can go back. You can go back in there. Wait, I got a spruce sapling? When did I get a spruce sapling? I didn't even notice that. When did I? Okay, we're definitely not going in there yet because I was gonna go for a hoe again. Okay, I'm taking this whole island then. I didn't even notice that. Why the heck didn't you guys tell me that was there? Over here trying to let me make dumb decisions again. You guys know what happened last time. I got jumped by a gang of skeletons. What the heck? What the heck? This isn't still not really the smartest. I didn't bring any blocks. Okay, well, that's fine. No! Aww. No, not another one. Okay, okay. Okay, we're not gonna worry about that. I was gonna take the tree and the whole island and never mind. Never mind. We're just gonna mine through the night and expand out in the morning. Okay? Okay. And mine through the night I did. Then it was time to go back to the Spruce Island and take everything. I started by making a small platform in order to ensure I caught everything. And I'm grateful I did, because I got 2 more spruce saplings out of it. My luck on spruce saplings on Skyblock has changed. So I headed home and expanded out the platform, making room for a bunch of new trees after I took down the first one I'd planted. With the trees planted, I settled into the cobble generator for the night, building a small roof and shelter over it, as I was afraid of phantom spawning due to the new spawning rules. In the morning, I took all of my cobble and began heading out towards the Dripstone Island. I have to be back before morning, or nightfall. Oh! The fuck is that? Okay. Bad Decisions 2.0? Oh my god, there's another one. Oh my god, there's another one. There's 2 of them. Okay. Okay. That's not what I was anticipating at all. That's scary. But if one don't give me a good hoe, the other one will. Hey girl, hey. That's scary. I want to go there. I'm real tempted. I'm real tempted to be once again. Real tempted to be dumb. I was hoping for like another island with like maybe a birch on it, because I can combine the ideas I had from Patience and the birch island idea I have. I can combine them. Reaching the Dripstone Island, I took some dripstone, some water for an infinite water source, and realized I could get certain ores in infinite Skyblock. Then I headed home, where I settled into the cobble generator for a while after making an infinite water source. I spent the night just mining some cobble, letting the trees grow up, and on occasion I would mine and farm. Then I rearranged and expanded the island, getting my first 2x2 trees. And then it was time. Time to be an idiot. Which I'm gonna go until this is broken. But I'm gonna go be an idiot. Gotta go be an idiot. Do 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 do. Need my bucket of water. I'm gonna go be silly. Just time to go be a silly goofy goober. I gotta leave some stuff behind actually. Okay. I gotta leave stuff behind. Let me organize my life. I don't need that. I do need that. I'll take all the rest of this. Don't need. I'll take both pickaxes. Last time I needed both. This time no, I don't need it. I have stuff. Video hoe? Don't think so. Alright. Okay, now the question becomes, how am I getting over there? I do have a lot of blocks. I don't want to use them all. But I am tempted to go over the deep dark, the ancient city, and then over. Because I want to find where the actual entrance is for the That thing. That's where we're going. I want a bed and I want a hopper. I'm sick of everything burning. And yes, this is how I speed ran my death in the last world. It's fine. I will definitely be making better decisions. While also not. It's fine. In an attempt to make better decisions, I tried to figure out where the actual entrance was before nightfall, and unfortunately failed and had to make this cute little house to protect from phantoms, because they do scare me. After that, it was off to the races and heading into the trial chamber. I did make a little platform so it'd be safe to get out, and then headed on in. Once inside, I was hoping for a better set of spawners, only to realize they were worse. Much worse than the ones that had killed me before. And with that, I did not take my leave. Instead, I made myself a full set of copper armor and began using the blocks to block line of sight as I slowly crept my way inside. As I was making my way through, I was blocking up line of sight and breaking as many pots as possible, all while being very confused and very concerned over the fact that I could hear zombies. Because I should not have been able to hear zombies. I got some pretty good loot out of the early pots before I decided to do a little bit more exploring. And during my exploring, discovered exactly why I could hear zombies. And I didn't realize at the time that they couldn't get to me, but still, it prompted me to go back inside and to really start exploring. I took this far more cautiously than I normally do, especially since I don't have a long-range weapon, but making my way in ever so slightly, looking in every little thing, getting some pretty good things along the way. This axe was one of the very first signs my luck was changing. I decided to poke around through a lot of the different holes and walls and see what I could see before I actually entered into a room and triggered the spawners. Here I found Frank hanging out, being a jerk, and some silverfish spawners, which didn't seem too overwhelming. Silverfish can be dangerous, especially in trial chambers where they can overwhelm you. But while getting a hopper, I did trigger it and decided meh, might as well go for it. So I took on both silverfish spawners in this room, netting me my first key and a piece of chicken. With my first key, I decided to also use it in this room and got some pretty good luck. Iron was exactly what I was looking for. After that, I began making my way through the rest of the trial chamber and realized my luck was beginning to turn, and I didn't fully know what to do with that. I got my first diamond here, as you can see. And that was just the beginning of the good luck, especially after I got my second trial chamber key. I'm gonna do the vault in the other room, but... Oh my god! What the crap is happening right now? That goes somewhere. That goes somewhere. I am scared. The luck be luckin', and oh, this just goes up to a chest. Oh, with a bow. Ooh. Okay. Okay. I am ready to throw hands in a way I haven't been before. I am overwhelmed. One's done. You also just go up to the chest because that would be wicked. If you did. You do! I'll leave that one. Loyal. Oh, and a loyalty book? What the heck? What the heck? I'm confused. This is going... I got a bad feeling. And listening to that bad feeling, I decided it was time to take my leave. But realizing it was dark outside, I used one of the first beds I'd picked up to sleep away my first night in this Skyblock world. This is something I don't intend to do a lot, as I think it's a waste of time to sleep away the night. But after some breakfast, I realized there was probably some creepers hanging out up there. So I decided to mine up a bunch of the different blocks, mostly the copper in the floor, before I actually left. Home sweet home. Alright, that went so much better than I anticipated. I am confused. I'm just gonna say that. I'm confused, but... No more loss! Yes! Yes! No more loss! Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Alright, I'm to the point where I could make a mob farm if I wanted. I just need a few more blocks. And honestly, probably not that many. However, I'm kind of debating doing a run where I don't build a traditional Skyblock mob farm, but instead have to build all the regular farms. Because there's so many things that I can use to get things, as we saw from the deep darks we have, which I have not raided yet, and the trial chambers, which I have raided. So I'm kind of tempted to do no mob farm and then just explore to see what's out there, because there is a potential for villages. And if I want, I can do that run instead of doing the zombified villager way with the regular mob farm. And I kind of like that, because that means I have to find a village. So I think that's what we're going to do for our librarians and for our trading hall. It's going to be somewhere off in the distance. And we'll have to move them back here, or we'll just leave them off there. Because, to be perfectly fair, I want to really build this world out. I want to build a world that when you see my videos in the future, or you see this on a live stream, me telling you it's Skyblock is gonna kind of blow your mind. Because I want to build full terrain. No floating, well, there's gonna probably be some floating islands. There's gonna be magic involved. I have some ideas. But when I'm walking around or showing you around, you don't really see the void, except for in the places I haven't built. So I think we're heading off in that direction. I want to grab a few things though. I'm gonna grab some wood. I'll leave that behind because I don't need it. I got that. I'm gonna leave the busted pickaxes. Do that. But yeah, we're gonna go exploring. We're gonna go out this way because I haven't gone that way. It's either go that way or that way. And I want to go this way. So let's get organized here. I need to bring a spoon. Where's my spoon? I'm kind of tempted to do this. I'm gonna bring these too, just to be safe. And more arrows. I'm trying to think about what it is I'm exactly doing here, because I don't have a real plan. And I like that. But I do want to change my armor. So we are going to go full iron. Because I think copper's kind of useless. But this is my first set of iron. Not iron, but first set of armor. Boop, 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 boop. Cool. And now I don't think I have enough to make an anvil. No. But that's okay. I don't need this just yet. I have a pretty nice bow. We're gonna leave it at that. We're gonna do this. I'm organizing up my life. Let's head out. I want to bring my bed. Oop. And I have water bucket. And I have a water bucket. Okay, let me just double check I'm prepared, and then we'll head out into the void looking for a village or anything else of use. I don't have as many blocks as I would like, but that's okay. Please don't tell me that's another ancient city. Please don't tell me that is another... I want to go there, but now I'm tempted to go there. If that's another ancient city, Alright. Alright. I think it is. Look at them wigglies. That's 3 ancient cities so close together. That's terrifying. Oh my god. Oh my god. And I don't really have to worry about phantoms because I slept last night. So I can keep going. Oh my god. Oh. Home sweet home. We didn't find a whole lot while exploring. I had hoped for a village, but that's high hopes to be honest. And now we have a goal every time we branch out to explore for more than just goodies. And speaking of goodies, I think this is where we're going to be ending this episode. We've gotten a lot of goodies. I have so much iron. I have diamonds. I have all sorts of flowers and things like that. We have so much. And I think this is a great place to stop this. Next time, we will be heading down into the deep dark because I want to go there in hopes of potatoes and carrots. Since we are not doing the traditional mom farm, which I actually really like, it's proving to be more of a challenge to get things. I have to be careful about my arrows and all of that. It could be good to get potatoes and carrots out of there, although with all the emeralds we have, hopefully we get a wandering trader that sells some goodies. And I have a lot of goodies. I did also label some of the islands out there. That way I know what they are for future flower farms and everything like that, or, you know, farms in general. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button. If not, well, I'm sorry. Not sorry, and I hope I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.